got it, for instance, he got some guy who was the ex-Italian heavyweight championship boxer, heard about his stuff, he sent him an email and asked him to do a painting. Which he did.
Yeah. Oh, he does things on commission.
Sometimes, yeah. But you know, it might be an interesting thing, Steve, to get Al and what you know, pick out two pieces, right? And have them talk, video them talking about those two pieces, and then put it up on Vimeo and do a mailing sending a link around.
Oh wait, let's try that again.
In other words, get Al and what's the other person's name?
Chris.
Chris. Get Chris and Al to pick out the two pieces they like the most. And have
Yeah,
them.
but I'm trying to get them to get by, because I don't know who's instant.
Well, no, but what I'm saying is, get them.
I know who's instant here in Harrisburg.
Yeah, but this is the way to finish. So get them to talk about one work, right?
Yeah, but you'll have to get the by, because I don't have any.
No, I know you don't. But put it up on Vimeo, do a mailing, and so people can click on the link and see this.
But where would they get the names from?
You have a mailing list now, here.
No, we don't.
Sure you do, because I get mailings from you all the
Yeah,
time.
but it goes to people who don't have any money.
Well, nonetheless, what you tell them to do is send a link on it.
Well, they have the names.
But everybody has a
It
mailing
was
list.
actually over, it was a bunch of people.
I know, everybody has a mailing list.
But they didn't share with me.
I know. If you sent it to me and said, send it to everybody on your mailing list, I would send it to everybody on my mailing list.
I don't believe you.
You know, most of the people on my mailing list are people who don't have 2 cents, but there's a bunch of them who do. You know, so they don't give you almost like a chain letter.
I mean, this is an idea, George. I don't know if I'm working.
I don't know if it would either, but it wouldn't.
See, because who helps me out is Jack and Jeannie, and of course what they do is they got billionaire collectors, and they call me and say, oh, we need this piece by David, and I'll send it over to them, and they sell it.
Yeah.
And they don't take
Yeah. What kind of music do you do?
Not too much right now. I mostly teach martial arts these days, but I played bass for part of the last 15 years. All sorts of different kinds of music. Went to Berklee College of Music, so I mostly play anything. But what I really liked playing was, classic kind of rock and roll and funk, R&B kind of stuff.
So you said because you went to Berklee, you could play everything?
Well, I was trying
Is it different than other music schools?
No, I mean, in any music school, you're really kind of trained to play a lot of styles. Most music schools are conservatories, though, and they're primarily classical focus. They'll touch on elements of jazz and things like that, but Berklee is very much popular music.
Oh.
So it crosses from classical to jazz to rock to folk to whatever.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Did you like it? Are you from Boston?
No, I'm from San Francisco.
Did you like it there?
During the time that I was at Berklee, there was a lot of administrative changes happening, and I think I just happened upon it at the wrong time, because there was no real crossover between the different departments, and as a result, there was a lot of redundancies that made the process of being a student a little bit more arduous than it needed to be. And there were certain facets about it I really liked, but the way the school was run was very slapshod and ended up making me feel like I wasn't quite getting what I had bargained for. But that being said, there was some teachers in the bass department that I thought were phenomenal, some general teachers that I thought were phenomenal. There was really great theory teachers, and they do their best to, in terms of music business, try to prepare people for what's out there, what they should expect. It's a pretty good school, but I think the sort of end result of having gone to music school is that music for me has always just been kind of something I can do for fun as a release. It's not necessarily something I end up wanting to do as a job.
So how is that different from Peabody or someplace like that? Or the Eastman School of Music?
Yeah, I mean, those places are a little more conservatory based,
Yeah.
and they're much more focused on classical training, orchestral training.
Mhm.
You know, people who go there generally become, you know, session musicians or orchestral musicians, things like that. Berkeley, it's more like, you know, you go there, you try to figure out how to be a pop star or something like that. Or, you know, session musician as well. There's a lot of like.
What is a session musician?
Session musicians are people who you can call to hire, and they'll come in and, you know, record anything you want them to.
Oh.
So most albums that you hear have primarily session musicians on them, unless it's a band that's explicitly like, you know, we write and play all of our own music. Most pop music has an entire cast of session musicians, and these people, you know, if they get along with the artist well, they'll end up being hired onto that artist's team, and they'll be part of their band. But it's just hired guns for musicians.
So where is Berkeley located? Because when I was living up in Boston, I used to live up there across from Symphony Hall and Symphony Road.
It's right
So
there.
where was
It's right there,
It's right
yeah,
there.
you were there.
You were right around the corner.
And Northeastern was across the street, that's all.
Yeah, I used to live right around the corner from that. I used to live on Symphony, number 3 Symphony.
Oh, so you live in that same block I live in?
Yep.
Yeah.
And Berkeley was 2 blocks away from there.
Yeah, so if I'm coming out of Symphony Hall, I'm looking across the street, I'm gonna see Northeastern University, right?
Yeah, if you go left there, there's Symphony Hall, right?
Yeah.
In the Mass Ave.
Yeah.
You go left on Mass Ave, you walk up a couple blocks, and Berkeley's right there.
Is it a big school?
I mean, they're one of the
in terms
biggest
student
landowners in
population.
the entirety of Boston, so yeah, I'd say
No,
that's.
I'm talking about student population. What's the population?
Oh, it's
'Cause I
gotta
guess
be.
Northeastern was bigger, right?
I mean, it's gotta be above 20,000.
Oh, yeah, is that big?
Yeah. There
So-
were 5,000 piano players alone.
So meaning I can invest it.
No.
I probably just walked right past it and didn't even notice the goddamn thing.
Yeah.
See, I used to know Northeastern because it's right across the goddamn.
You know where the highway meets Mass Ave?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right there on the corner.
Oh, I see. It's been there forever, I guess.
It's been there for a long time, at least 30, 40 years.
Yeah. See, I was up there in the 60s.
Yeah. So you might have been there right when it was starting, and I doubt it was as big back then. I bet it was more like 300 to 400 people back then.
Yeah, but it's huge now.
Yeah.
So what was the quality of your learning experience there? I mean,
Varied. It was really varied. Because there wasn't very much communication between the departments,
yeah.
I was talking about there being a lot of redundancies there. You would end up facing some challenges of having to do the same kind of work in 3 different ways because they weren't communicating across the board about how exactly they'd like you to express the word. Like for theory, for example, they have different like diagrams they want you to use for analyzing the theory. And it sort of defeated the point of learning the theory.
Bye-bye.
Instead of learning the different methods for diagramming the theory.
Steve, I gotta run. I'll see you on Thursday, all right? Good luck. Right? Yeah. All right. You want it on the table still or not?